in stone. It's not sacrosanct. Okay? It's not the final. It is as I know today. If I have an opportunity to share with you tomorrow, I'm likely going to be better. Because between now and tomorrow, I will have increased in knowledge. Okay, are you listening to me? So what I'm going to share with you, please, is not, Pastor Sobe, it must be the final. I may be right in I may not be right in things. Give me money, which I share as at today. Praise the Lord. Now I'll be asked to share on financing the home. Okay? Now, let me say this. To understand the issue of finance in the home, we must first of all understand the issue of marriage. And please, before I go any further, let me also acknowledge the wife of youth. I've known her for more than 35 years. Because I've known her for about 80 years before we got married. So if you had 8 to 29, you can imagine what that will be giving you. Praise the Lord. Thank you for joining me to be here today. Now, let me continue. Before we can understand the issue of finances in the home, we must first of all understand what marriage is all about. Without having this understanding, whatever I say may not. Are you with me? Now, what is marriage to? Thank God for our guest today. She has exposed something to us. But I want to just say something of herself to take half of me. Do you agree? Huh? This understanding is very important. Thank you. So we have to half of herself. I will have to give up half of myself, and then we become one. If you have this understanding of marriage, many questions we ask, we will not ask. Marriage is two becoming one. It can only be possible until we are willing to lose half of ourselves to take the half of. So in marriage, there's no way a marriage will work if the two want to be individualistic. This is me. I will remain. This is you. You remain you. It will never work. It will work when I am willing to make a sacrifice to lose half of me and take on half of her. I don't need to lose my individualistic, but I can't. And let me use this as an example. The best food that define or describe marriage, rice. What do I call? Now there are two types of things. You can cook rice separately, dish, a little bit of rice, a little bit of beans. You see how rice and beans. That describes what many marriages are today. That's the kind of rice and beans that they serve. But when we are growing up, there's a particular rice and beans, you cook them together. You put the beans on fire, the beans is done to a certain level, you add the rice. When you have that rice and beans, you can never separate them again. They have rubbed one on another. Are you with me? There's no the first one, rice, it's so simple. You can remove the rice. No, nothing spoiled. But this one, you can't remove anything. In fact, the beans will have influenced the rice because the rice will have turned to brownish white. If you perceive the smell of the beans, it will smell rice. You perceive the smell of the rice, it will smell bean. So the two becomes inseparable. That is God's mind for marriage. If we have that understanding, many homes will be calm. But because we are rice cooked apart, beans cooked apart, The moment I'm tired of eating rice and beans, please can you let me have my beans? Or can you take away your with me? That's why we have issues. But God says the two of you become so one, you become inseparable. Now, let me say this. I can say certainly all couples here today, you have at one time or the other quarrel about money. If I'm wrong,